You're standing in the middle of a crowded room. Your voice is shaking as you call out, but the chatter around you swallows your words whole. Heads don't turn, eyes don't meet yours, and the air grows heavy with the ache of being unseen. It's as if you're a shadow slipping through the cracks, there but not really there. The sting of being ignored cuts deep, doesn't it? That quiet, gnawing feeling that maybe, just maybe, you don't matter. If that's ever been you, overlooked, dismissed, or forgotten, please hear this. You are not alone, and this is for you. Being ignored hurts. It's not just the absence of attention, it's the silent message that your presence doesn't count. Maybe you've sat at a table, your ideas brushed off before they could even take root. Or reached out to a friend, a colleague, a loved one, only to be met with a wall of indifference. It's exhausting to keep trying, to keep speaking when it feels like your words dissolve into nothing. I know that weight, that ache, and I want you to know I see you. I see the spark in your eyes when you talk about what you love, even if no one else pauses to listen. I see the strength it takes to show up day after day when the world seems to look right through you. And I see the quiet courage in your heart, the kind that doesn't give up even when it feels like no one notices. You're not invisible to me. Here's a truth worth holding on to. Your value doesn't shrink because someone fails to see it. It's tempting to measure yourself by the attention you get or don't get, but that's not where your worth lives. Some people are too wrapped up in their own noise to hear your song, too distracted to notice the gift of you. That's not your failing, it's theirs. Picture a star shining in the daylight, brilliant, radiant, but unseen against the sun's glare. Does it stop being a star? No. It's still there, still glowing, still magnificent. You're like that star. Whether others see your light or not, it doesn't dim. You are enough just as you are. When you're used to being ignored, the world can feel like it's shrinking around you. It's as if your voice gets lost in the noise, your presence fades into the background, and you start to wonder if you even matter. But you do. You deserve to be seen, to be heard, to take up space. It doesn't happen all at once. It's a quiet, tender journey back to yourself. Here's how you can begin. Speak to yourself first. Grab a pen, a scrap of paper, or even your phone and let your thoughts spill out. No one else needs to see it. This is for you. When you write, you're giving your heart a place to breathe, a way to say, I'm here and what I feel matters. It's like sitting down with yourself and listening, really listening when the rest of the world has turned away. Start small. 5 minutes of messy, honest words. Let it be raw. Let it be yours. You're not just scribbling thoughts. You're telling yourself that your story deserves to exist. Find your corner. Somewhere out there is a space where you don't have to beg to be noticed. A friend who looks you in the eye and asks, "How are you really?" Or a group where your quirks aren't just tolerated but celebrated. It might be a quiet corner of a library, an online thread where people get you, or a loved one who always picks up the phone. Seek it out. You don't need a spotlight or a stage. You just need one person, one place where you feel held. That's your anchor, your proof that you're not invisible, that you belong. Test your voice. The next time you're in a room, any room, try letting your voice break the silence. Say, I think, or can I add something? It might feel like stepping onto thin ice, your pulse racing, your words wobbling as they leave your lips. That's okay. It's not about being loud or perfect. It's about being heard, even just by yourself. Each time you speak, you're pushing back against the weight of being overlooked. You're whispering to the world and to your own heart, I'm here. And with every shaky step, that whisper grows stronger. Honor your efforts. Did you say something today, even if it was small? Did you share a thought, a feeling, a quiet no when you'd usually stay silent? Stop and feel that. It's a victory, a soft, brave spark of you shining through. Maybe your hands shook, maybe your voice cracked, but you did it. Celebrate it. Be gentle with yourself. Every time you claim even an inch of space, you're rewriting the story that says you don't matter. You're not just getting by, you're rising one beautiful, trembling step at a time. These steps aren't about forcing the world to notice you overnight. They're about rediscovering your own light, the one that's been there all along, waiting for you to turn it back on. You're worth every bit of this effort, every word, every try, every moment you choose yourself. Start here. Start now. You got this. There's a saying I love: be so good they can't ignore you, Steve Martin. But here's the thing, you don't have to wait until you're good enough to deserve attention. You already are. Sometimes the quietest voices carry the deepest truths, like a whisper that lingers long after the shouting fades. Think of people like Rosa Parks, whose soft "no" echoed across history, or Van Gogh, whose paintings spoke when he could not. Your moment is coming too. If you feel unseen right now, hold on to this. You are not invisible. Your thoughts matter. Your feelings matter. You matter. And somewhere out there, maybe closer than you think, are people who will treasure what you bring to the table. Keep showing up. Keep whispering, speaking, shouting until your voice finds its echo. You're not defined by the times you've been ignored. You're defined by the resilience it takes to keep going, to believe in yourself when it's hard. One day you'll see it. Every step you take to reclaim your voice is a step toward a life where you're seen, heard, and valued, just as you've always deserved to be. You are not invisible. You never were. In a sea of faces you raise your voice, yet it drifts away, an echo lost in chatter. Eyes remain distant, heads turn elsewhere. You stand like a shadow slipping through the cracks. The silence cuts deeper than a blade, a quiet verdict that you don't belong. Each unanswered word a stone in your chest, each moment unseen a wound that stings. But listen, I see the tremor in your throat, the fierce spark in your eyes when you dare to speak. I feel the weight of every unreturned greeting, and the courage it takes to stand up again. Your worth is not measured by borrowed attention. It glows from within like stars at dawn, even when hidden by the sun's glare. Your light remains brilliant and true. So write your own testament on a scrap of page. Let ink pour from the heart no one heard. Bleed your truth onto paper, messy, raw, entire, and tell yourself at last, I am here. Find your corner of kindness and kinship, a friend whose gaze meets yours without haste, a place where quirks are applauded, not dismissed, a sanctuary where your song is known. Then in any room, in any crowd, let your voice rise. May I add to this? Feel the pulse of your heartbeat answering back, a gentle oath that you will not be silent. Celebrate the small triumphs, the shake of your hands when you said no, the quaver in your hello that turned into yes, the spark of pride that follows brave breath. You are more than the times you were overlooked. You are the resilience in every step forward. An invisible tide cannot drown your flame. With each mindful pause, you reclaim your space. So when the room grows loud and you shrink to a whisper, remember, even the faintest echo can awaken the world. Rise into your sunlight, steady and unbroken. For you are seen, you are heard, you are enough.